Welcome to another online teaching. Today, we have government today. Please, I beg of you, subscribe to Palace of All Things. That's where you get the teachings and every other teacher's teachings. Today, we are going to look at Nigeria's foreign policy. Nigeria foreign policy. Before today, we were discussing, our previous class, we were discussing Nigeria and the world. That simply means interdependence. Nigeria and interdependent with other countries of the world. And in that particular topic, we discuss the reason behind that, which is economic, political, and socio-cultural reason for Nigeria to interdepend to other countries of the world. I will also talk about the factors, advantages, and disadvantages of Nigeria and the world. Today, we are going to look at Nigeria's foreign policy. There are three key words here: policy, foreign, and Nigeria. As you all know, foreign policy simply means a course or a principle adopted, or a principle of action adopted by an individual or organization, while foreign has to do with international, abroad, something outside geographical territory of Nigeria. Now, Nigeria, it has to do with domestic or national, within, things that happen within. Now, it will now bring us to the meaning of what? Foreign policy. What is foreign policy? Foreign policy refers to the decision and actions taken by a country to pursue an interest within the global system. Refers to the decisions and actions taken by a country to pursue her interests within the global system. This is the full meaning of foreign policy. Decision and action taken by a country. The country can be Nigeria, can be other African country, to pursue what? Our interest within the global system. That is foreign policy. Foreign policy also means nothing. Foreign policy also means nothing but promotion of national interest at international level. So every country of the world interdepends or depends on one country in order to promote a national interest or a domestic interest at international level. So the policy or a course or a principle of action adopted by an individual or an organization or government is to what? Pursue a national interest or domestic interest. Foreign policy cannot be successfully drafted without the interest of domestic or national interest. So, national interest must be cleared before drafting foreign policy. Now, formulation of, okay, now let's see Nigeria foreign policy. Nigeria foreign policy. Nigeria foreign policy can be defined as the totality of Nigerian interaction within the international system. So the total interaction of Nigerian within the international system, be it economical. Okay, Nigerian foreign policy can be defined as the totality of Nigeria's interaction within the international system, be it economical, political, and socio-cultural. These are the reasons of Nigeria interdepends with another country of the world. So the purpose of Nigeria interacting in the international system is for our own interest, and so as every other African country or country of the world. Now, the formation, how is this international policy is being formed? Formation of Nigeria foreign policy. We are going to consider the president The president is technically responsible for the formation. The president of a country or of a Nigeria is technically responsible for the formation of Nigeria foreign policy. Then, too, we are going to look at consultation with diplomats or representative from abroad, university experts, business communities, the leaders of thought, etc. Decision must be taken before forming Nigeria policy. The president ought to consult the diplomats or representative from abroad, university experts, business communities, leaders of thought, while taking decision to form Nigeria foreign policy. Lastly, number 3 is minister in Ministry of Foreign Affairs. As you all know that ministers in Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the responsibility of those three points come together to form Nigeria Foreign Affairs. We cannot do without the minister in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs when planning to form Nigeria foreign policies. Before independence and to date, there are different forms of foreign policy changing from one leader to the other. Now we are going to look at the factors that can affect Nigeria foreign policy. Factors Okay, we are going to look at the factors that can affect Nigeria foreign policy. We have up to 11 factors, but because of time, we are going to discuss 5 today. Briefly, here are the 5. We have human resources / size. Here is talking about the quality of population in Nigeria. Quality of population in Nigeria. It can affect the Nigeria foreign policy positively or negatively. 2, we talk about the economic resources. The economic resources help to formulate the Nigeria foreign policy. Yes, the resources you have determine, because one of the reasons of country coming together is for economic reason. So in forming the policy, foreign policy, Nigeria has to consider the resources economically. So it affects the foreign policy. So it's a factors that can affect Nigeria foreign policy. Now, the number 3, we are talking of the previous commitment of the government. This has to do with the agreement of the previous leaders. The agreement, the treaty they have with other countries of the world. If the agreements go well without breaching of contract relating to such treaty agreements, it can affect positively or negatively. What I mean by that is that if the agreement or the treaty of the past leader, the Nigerian government, are positive without breaching of contract or treaty, then the present leaders' agreement policy will go well. Then, number 4, we're talking of ideological disposition of rulers. Here, ideological, we have the capitalists and socialists. The rulers might be capitalists or socialists. So it has effect on the Nigeria foreign policy. For example, in Nigeria, there is what they call non-alignment policy. Non-alignment. That means you don't belong to the Western capitalist bloc, power bloc, or the socialist, Eastern socialist power bloc. You remain at the middle, at the fence. So the ideological disposition of the rulers affect Nigeria foreign policy. Lastly, number 5, the military strength of Nigeria. The military strength of Nigeria, like the Air Force, Army, Navy, affects Nigerian foreign policy directly or indirectly. So I will leave the other 6 for you as an assignment to complete, to write notes on them and submit. Thank you, and try. If you have any question, drop on our WhatsApp group for us to discuss them. Try and subscribe to this channel, the palace of all things. Thank you very much. We meet in our WhatsApp group.